Good evening. The article that I use for my null hypothesis is about the statistics for people that sleep 8 hours a day, and my alternate hypothesis is in reference to that is people sleep less than 8 hours a day. From that, I conducted a survey that with 30 respondents, giving a sample size of 30. It's over here. And the sample mean, which uses the total hours of sleep divided by 30 people to get the sample mean. And the sample deviation is how wide the spread of values from the data collected, which for my case, which is 916. Moving on, the population mean, which I have, is given from the article that states that on a daily average, 5 people would sleep 8 hours a day, which gives me a population mean of 5. And it also can be seen here that I am using the t-test. This is because that I do not have a population standard deviation, and the formula for my t0 value, which is 2.308, and the formula that I use is basically the sample mean minus population mean divided by sample standard deviation, which divided by square root of sample size, which I will do that again, which is my sample mean C17 minus my population mean C22 divided by sample standard deviation C18 divided square root of sample divided by square root of the sample size, which is C16, which will give me my T0 value of 2.30. Afterwards, the p-value that I've acquired is 0.95. Using the formula above, which returns using the formula above, this formula returns the cumulative probability from the left of the t distribution curve up to the t statistics value for t0 value in cell 25, which can be seen here in my formula, with the sample size of C16 minus 1, which is C16, which is my sample size. And since my p-value is more than the significance level, I can conclude that the alternate hypothesis is rejected and the null hypothesis is supported. Moving on. The marginal error in my case here is 5.703. And using the formula here above, you can see that it's using the function of confidence.t, which calculates the confidence interval for population mean when the sample follows a t distribution. And this function is only used when the population standard deviations are known and has a smaller sample size lesser than 30. Lastly, for my 99% confidence interval range, which is between 386